This is the Evil Never Dies podcast with Brett and Carl. This podcast may contain adult themes, violence, and strong language. Listener discretion is advised.
Welcome back to the Evil Never Dies podcast. I'm Brett here with birthday boy Carl. What's up, Carl?
Nothing that I know of.
Nothing that you know of. All right. Not a happy birthday.
No.
Gotcha.
No.
Oh,
At least my set looks good. That's the only thing I can say positive.
did you
I
add
think
more
I've actually-
pops up there in the back?
I've rearranged things. I've actually got non-pops up here now. Let me grab somebody. Where is he?
Is your neck
is
still
this-
fucked up?
My neck is fucked up bad. That's why I'm acting so weird. Baby Michael.
Oh,
Yeah, I can't even turn my head, dude. I got to turn my entire body as you're watching.
that's what I was like. Is your neck still bad?
That's
Fuck.
why I'm not acting like I'm. Yeah, it's hurting me bad. I don't know what I've done to my neck, but it hurts. Yeah. So that's why I might act like I'm off. Very painful.
Yes, I
Been
know.
dealing with this since last Tuesday.
Oh, really? It's been fucked up since then, huh?
Like I told you, Brett, it seems to be like a moving pain, but it seems to have lasted or went into my neck and it's lasted there. So
Oh, it stayed in the neck.
it stayed in the neck. It was in my lower back when I woke up, went to my upper back, and now it's in my neck. So
Maybe you need
anybody knows
popped.
what kind of pain this is, send me an email or something. I'm sure by the time you watch this, I'll be fine though.
Maybe you need to pop it.
Dude, I can't. It's so painful. I can't even touch it.
Oh shit! Is it?
Yeah, and Brett wanted me to mention John Cena. He just retired, so yeah, very anticlimactic ending to his career.
Yeah, I would have thought that they would have made a big to do about it or whatever.
Well, they did. They've spent a whole year doing his retirement tour, but Cena wanted to put over the newer talent. Even the guy he just put over is like 35 years old, but I get it. You know, I've been in the wrestling business. I know how it works. And you got a 35-year-old guy now who's retired John Cena and Goldberg, and it's really going to put him into a level that he wouldn't have been before. So I get it. It's just
Who's this new guy?
He's not new, Gunther. He was the Intercontinental Champion for 666 days.
Oh,
Not joking.
that's sort of strange.
But yeah, I haven't talked about this on the show. I'm back into running fantasy wrestling again, but I'm not going to broadcast where it is just yet. I will in January.
Gotcha.
Well, let's go ahead and get into this show tonight.
All right, we haven't done a Universal Monster for a while.
About run out.
What's that?
I think we about run out unless we get into the Invisible Man and the. I don't know what else.
Yeah, we can get into them maybe. We still got a few on this disc that I just bought.
I think we've done everything on this disc that you just bought.
Nope. We've got there's like 3 more on there that we can do.
I guess. I don't know what it would be. Tell me. I'm curious now.
Well, we got Abbott and Costello.
I am not doing that. That's not a horror movie.
Why not?
You can do that by yourself on a midweek.
What was that one you said you wanted to do?
We already did it.
Frankenstein meets the Wolf Man.
I think we've already done it. You need to research it.
No, we haven't done it.
Well, I know we've done House of Frankenstein and House of Dracula.
Yeah, and the original and Bride.
And you said we did Son of Frankenstein.
Yes,
so
we did Son of Frankenstein also.
I don't remember doing that one.
So,
I think I do now because I think I made the comment I liked it better than The Bride of Frankenstein, and it made somebody mad, and they sent me a nasty email, or not
ooh.
an email, a Facebook message.
Mm.
I
So
don't know why
tonight,
people like
huh?
brides. This is Ghost of Frankenstein tonight,
Yep, Ghost of Frankenstein, the fourth Frankenstein film in the
and the final
Universal.
feature, and the Frankenstein monster by itself.
Yep. Uh,
The rest will be mashups and I guess
yep.
versus movies.
Yep.
Wolfman versus the Frankenstein.
All
But
right.
our Frankenstein over here that you hate, he's happy that he's getting some attention tonight. I still don't know why you hate that head so bad.
He sort of looks like the head in this movie.
I don't know. We'll talk about the head here in a minute.
All
Or who
right,
played the head.
the Ghost of Frankenstein from 1942, directed by Earl C. Kenton, screenplay by W. Scott Darling, story by Eric Taylor, produced by George Wagner, cinematography by Woody Burdell and Milton R. Krasner, edited by Ted Kent, music by Hans J. Salter, and this is the same music that's been used in like four of these movies and some future movies that they make too of the
Oh, it's good.
Universal.
It's a good score, no matter even if it's been in every Frankenstein movie.
Your typical horror, old 30s 40s horror score. So
Yeah, definitely so.
nothing really much to say about it. It's just after you hear it once, you've heard it 1,000 times. So production company Universal Pictures Company Incorporated, distributed by Universal Pictures Company Incorporated. Released on March 13th of 1942, has a running time of 67 minutes. Country of origin, United States, English language. Couldn't find nothing on a budget or anything like that, so no budget. I'm sure it
Lower
wasn't.
budgeted of the it than other Frankenstein movies for sure.
Well, they kept going down after the first
They
one.
keep, yeah, the budgets go down on each Universal movie. They become basically B movies by this point. Whatever they meant by B movies in those days, I never really
Well,
knew.
this was the last Frankenstein or actual Universal horror that they used the A team so for their production. So
Oh, the production. I was gonna say they use the actors over and over again,
yeah, yeah.
especially the man who plays Frankenstein.
So
He's in everything.
all right. Why don't you go over the plot of this film, Carl?
You didn't go over the cast.
Want to go over the cast first? Okay, let's go over the
Yeah,
cast.
because when I go over the plot, I'm gonna mention the cast.
True, true.
So
Okay.
I don't. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not thinking right.
First off, we got Sir Cedric Hardwicke as Dr. Ludwig Frankenstein. Ralph Bellamy as Eric Ernst. He's like the town bail bondsman slash prosecutor, I guess you'd say.
Oh, you said prostitute.
Prostitutor.
Yeah.
Lionel Atwill as Dr. Theodore Bomer. Bela Lugosi as Igor. Evelyn Ankers as Elsa Frankenstein. Janet Ann Gallo as Clostine Gooseman. Barton Yarborough as Dr. Kettering. Olaf Heighton as Hussman. That was Chloe's father. Doris Lloyd as Martha. Leyland Hodgson as Chief Constable. Holmes Herbert as the magistrate. Lawrence Grant as the mayor. And then there's a bunch of villagers I'm not even going to
Peasants.
go through. And last but not least, we have Lon Chaney as the monster. And he's just credited as Lon Chaney and not Lon Chaney Jr.
Yes.
Like he was in the previous movie to was the Wolfman from 1941.
Well, this is around the time I think they decided everybody knew that he was Lon Chaney Jr., so they was trying to drop it. And then there's a lot of theorists that think they were trying to trick people into thinking he was his father. So I don't know which is true.
Gotcha. All right. Now you can go over the plot, Carl.
Okay, this is a pretty weird plot. It sort of picks up from Son of Frankenstein. Frankenstein monster's dead. I think the Frankenstein son is dead, and Igor, whatever you call him, is living in the castle. But the townspeople decide that the Frankenstein castle is cursed and bad for the city, so they wanted to, or the village, they want to destroy the castle. So the magistrate says, "Okay, go ahead and destroy it." So the villagers show up like they do in all these Universal movies and
Well,
start.
they say that evil stuff keeps going on still, even though the Frankenstein monster is supposedly dead.
Well, he is dead at this point. He's incapacitated.
So is it Igor that's going around doing all the evil shit?
Probably so.
Okay. All
They
right.
don't really say that, but yeah, that's a good
Gotcha.
point.
Okay.
So they go to tear the castle down, and Igor's there, and he runs down in the basement, and all the crap they're doing has awoken the monster, but he's weakened. So Igor gets him out of there, and they leave town. The castle's completely destroyed, but Igor and Frankenstein monster have left town. But he's very weak. So in a moment, straight out of a Friday the 13th movie, lightning strikes Frankenstein right on his bolts.
Yep.
I can't move my neck, but right there on the bolts. And he gets his power back. So Igor and Frankenstein make it to another town. Once they get to the other town, this is sort of a different Frankenstein monster than we've seen. He sort of has a heart to him, or he's a little nicer. I don't know exactly what, but he
Well,
befriends.
we'll see. I take it different. I thought he was like more mean in this one.
No, he wasn't mean. He was
To
helping the
everybody
little
else,
girl.
to everybody else though, he was like brutal to him.
No, the in the first Frankenstein, he kills the little kid, if you remember
Yeah,
correctly.
that's true.
And
Yeah.
this one, he befriends the young girl and tries to help her get her ball. And yeah, then these villagers show up and they try to attack the Frankenstein monster, and that's when he gets brutal.
Yeah.
Pushes a guy off the thing, but he's doing it because they're attacking him, and he's trying to save the little girl. So I don't know. I think he's a little bit nicer of a Frankenstein in this one. But anyway, so they go and find yet another son of Frankenstein, doctor, to basically do Igor's bidding. And this one, Igor plays a big role. It is Bela Lugosi, and he's really good in this movie. It's one of Lugosi's better roles, in my opinion. He
Yeah.
really is great as the Igor. And I think Lon Chaney is an excellent Frankenstein. Now, a lot of people said that they thought he wasn't good from what I've read. I disagree with that. I think he might have had a better performance than Lugosi in the last two, honestly, or the last one, I should say. I mean, obviously Lugosi's great. I mean, Karloff's, I can't talk. My neck is hurting me, dude. Karloff is fucking phenomenal in the first two. I thought the third one he sort of just checked in, and this one I think they did a good job by putting Lon Chaney Jr. in the role. And
Plus
I
he was,
can't tell a big difference in the monster. He looks pretty good.
yeah, he looks pretty good.
You say he
But
looks like
he,
my
he
mask over here.
he's way bigger though.
Lon Chaney was a big dude.
Yeah, he was already like 6'2", 6'3", and
Yeah.
I guess by the time they got done with all of his makeup and all the stuff, he was like almost 6'10". So,
Yeah. But the Frankenstein's supposed to be a big, huge thing. So
and
I
he's
thought he
just
did excellent in it. I think besides Karloff, he's by far the best to portray the monster. And again, I think he's better than Karloff was in part three or Son of Frankenstein. If you technically it's part three. I think Lon Chaney put a lot into the role, and I think he did excellent.
yeah,
And I think Lugosi really made the movie. Uh, Lugosi gets a lot of shit, but he was a pretty damn good actor in back in the day.
yeah.
He could do way more than play Dracula, in other words. And of course, Karloff was wanting to get out of the makeup and do other shit. He was the mummy and went on to other roles, and I get that too. So I think it was a good time to change the monster along. Um, was it Glenn Strange will play him, and I think the rest of the roles from this point forward,
Yeah, yeah.
except for the Costello and Abbott. I think they brought Karloff back for that, but I'm not sure because I don't like those movies. I'm a Three Stooges guy, not an Abbott and Costello guy. If it was a Three Stooges meet the Frankenstein, I would watch it. Make any sense? No. So that's the
Uh,
plot. It's a pretty good plot, I think. And the reason it's called the Ghost of Frankenstein because the son actually sees his father. The original was it Henry? I remember they changed his name.
yeah, they did. Yeah,
Whatever the hell, Daddy Frankenstein's ghost actually appears to this and talks to the son. So pretty
yeah.
unique name, even.
Yep. All right, that's the plot. I guess we'll go into some trivia here.
Yeah, I could have gave the whole plot. It's a very short movie.
Yeah, just hour and 7 minutes long. So
Yeah,
all them 30s and
Universals. Yeah,
40s, yeah, they were all. I don't think any of them were longer than like an hour and 15, 20 minutes. So,
no.
uh, all right. During his breaks in filming, Lon Chaney would often treat child cast members to ice cream. He even though he was considered like a drunk, he was like a good drunk, you know. I don't
I
think he
like
was.
Lon Chaney Jr. I think he was one of the best actors of that era myself. And he gets a lot of shit from people, probably because you're right. He was considered an alcoholic and hard to work with, I think, but he just damn good at what he did.
Yeah,
He definitely anybody could replace his father, he damn well did it, in my opinion only. He played everything. He played all the monsters at one point except for Dracula.
yeah,
He's too big for Dracula.
yeah. He is. If he wasn't so beefy, he might be okay with the height, but he was just too beefy to do a Dracula for sure. All right, and he had all kinds of problems with the makeup.
Yeah, I remember hearing that from many years that I
Yeah,
think they missed like a week of filming because it broke out or
yeah,
something.
yeah. He broke out in a rash. He hated having the uh forehead piece on the the iconic flat top Frankenstein top of his head. Uh, he once he asked for it to be removed, and no one listened to him, so he got pissed off, and he ripped it off himself. And where it was all like attached to his scalp and stuff, it ripped off pieces of flesh,
Oh hell.
and he had to miss a couple of days for that. So yeah, he
I
had
guess he
all.
wasn't the man of a thousand faces like his father.
No, no, he didn't like.
He
Didn't he
didn't
say?
like that makeup at least.
I don't remember. Did it, if he had problems with the Wolf Man makeup or not when we reviewed
No, I
it?
don't think he did.
Must have been something about the makeup and the whatever they were using to
Well,
maybe.
now I know originally Karloff was going to be in this movie, but he had a scheduling conflict,
Yeah,
which is what led him to. They weren't trying to replace him. They just, at that point, he had gotten another role and moved on. So maybe the makeup was made for Car. I don't know. I don't know what happened there, but I remember the stories.
different makeup artist too. So
That's true.
maybe he had a different mixture of stuff that didn't agree with him. So like most everybody knows, Lon Chaney Jr. is known for his hard drinking ways. During production of this film, Chaney became inebriated while in full costume, got lost in the intricate mazes that were part of the laboratory sets. Took him several minutes to find his way out.
That's funny as shit.
A similar incident occurred many years later when Chaney played the Frankenstein monster on an episode of Tales of Tomorrow. I think that was from the 50s. Once again, Chaney became intoxicated and mistakenly believed that the show's live telecast was the final dress rehearsal. For much of the performance, Chaney stumbled about, picking up breakaway props as he was supposed to destroy them and then setting them back down. That's funny shit right there. But he was see, he didn't want to break shit. He was a happy drunk.
Yeah.
He just stumbled around and got lost. There ain't nothing wrong with that. That's happened to the best of us. Lon Chaney was cast while still filming The Wolfman from 41. Yeah, they went like right from that into this. So, let's see here. Dwight Fry appears as two different characters. First is one of the villagers who destroys the Frankenstein castle at the beginning of the film. Later, in flashbacks to the original film from 31, where he played Fritz, the hunchback assistant of the original Dr. Frankenstein.
That's right. He wasn't called Igor in that one.
No. Already talked about that. Talked about this a little bit. Reaching a height of 6'3" and weighing in at 220 pounds, Lon Chaney was a large man even before he was enlarged for the role of Frankenstein monster. Jack P. Pierce's makeup and prosthetics devices made him 6'9" tall and weighed 284 pounds. It's probably them damn shoes. I bet them weighed 50 pounds.
Yeah, probably so.
They kept the thick, big old shoes that he wore in this one. Let's see here. This film featured the smallest budget for the Universal Pictures Frankenstein film up to that point. Budgets would
There you
continue.
go. There's your budget.
Yep. Budgets would continue to be slashed in future films, and this would prove to be the final Frankenstein film shot by Universal's with the A Unit production crews. So, yeah. Igor and the monster weren't the only characters who came back from the dead. Michael Mark and Lionel Belmore, who play the two council members murdered in Son of Frankenstein, are back as council members in this one, seemingly none worse for the wear.
Oh, good.
Yeah, Boris Karloff, like you said, was offered the part for this, but he was tied up with arsenic and old lace from 1944.
Which I've never heard of.
I've heard of I think there's a book or maybe a short story of the same name. Possibly. I don't know for sure. But
Well, Karloff would return in House of Frankenstein or House of Dracula 1, but not as the monster, as the scientist.
so that's also when they decided to keep the same makeup effects.
Yes,
For the
and that's why I
monster,
thought
too.
maybe that could have caused the issues for Lon Chaney Jr.
All right. Sir Cedric Hardwicke also plays the ghost of his father in the scene where Frankenstein decides to reinvigorate the monster. Hardwicke's mellow baritone sounded nothing at all like the clipped, nervous speech of Colin Clive, who played the original Dr. Frankenstein. But Clive had passed away in 1937 as a result of poor health, exacerbated by acute alcoholism.
Yeah, we've talked about that in previous episodes.
Yep, they had a hard time with him in the original.
Yes.
Drunk all the time. Let's see here. Lon Chaney would play the monster a number of times later. Footage from this film appears as stock shots in the House of Dracula from 1945. He doubled Glenn Strange for 3 shots in Abbott and Costello.
Okay, so Karloff wasn't in that one.
No,
Okay, I was answered my own question, or you just answered it for me.
because Glenn Strange twisted his ankles, and he played the role in a half-hour version of Frankenstein on TV's Tales of Tomorrow from 1951, and he appeared masked in 2 comedy sketches with Abbott and Costello on a 1952 The Colgate Comedy Hour from 1950 was when it first came out. So shit, he's been the monster probably more than Karloff then.
Yeah, I thought for some reason I thought Karloff was in the Abbott and Costello movies, but maybe it was Lugosi playing Dracula is what I'm thinking of. Like I said, I'm not real familiar with those. I just thought they were silly and
I can't
unnecessary.
even think of what the Glenn Strange monster looks like.
Not as good. You don't like my head back here. You really wouldn't like the Glenn Strange head. You don't look very realistic at all. But again, we're going down in budgets and production teams, so yeah.
All right. Universal Studios developed a marketing campaign for the film that encouraged theaters to place an empty chair in the lobby with a sign reading, "Will you lend me your brain?" Ooh, spooky.
I guess.
That was 1943, man. What do you expect?
I know they did some pretty cheesy stuff in those days, but I've told you this story before. And my dad worked at the interstate theaters and he walked Frankenstein around for one of these movies in full costume
Yeah,
downtown Fort Worth.
yeah, I remember you saying something
That
about
was,
that.
yeah,
Let him around by a chain.
yeah.
That's crazy.
I don't know which movie.
All right. The exterior scene shot in the fictional town of Visaria reused the town square set from All Quiet on the Western Front from 1930.
Not unheard of in them days. They used to reuse sets all the time.
They do now too,
They
still.
do
So
now. They really did back then, and they didn't try to change them around much.
let's see here. In typical example of Universal Pictures cutting corners when it comes to budgeting for their monster movies, many of the elements in this film are recycled from previous Universal monster features, most notably both exterior and interior sets used by Ludwig, that's his name, Ludwig Frankenstein's chalet and clinic.
Yeah, it was Wolf Frankenstein in the last one.
Yeah, that was the brother, son. These same sets had just been used as the Tabbitt family mansion in 1941's The Wolfman, which completed shooting just weeks before the film went into production. So they just probably
So
didn't
Lon
have to.
Chaney, no wonder he's drinking all the time. He's having to do all these horror movies and all the fancy makeup. I'd be drinking too.
And like we talked about, the bulk music heard is used in lots of films, and they coined it creepy, cheapy, creepy movies from the 1940s and 50s. The first draft of the script, written by Eric Taylor, was considered too depressing. The original Taylor treatment brought Wolf von Frankenstein back into play, as well as Igor and a misshapen hunchback Theodore. Igor's plan was to create the vengeful mob of society's rejects, a la Freaks from 1932, led by himself with the monster as the brute force. A rewrite was ordered and given to veteran writer Scott Darling, who retained the fundamental scenario but made significant changes. Hmm. So it could have been a totally different movie.
Yeah.
Let's see here. You already said this. This is the last Frankenstein film to feature the monster by himself. Ralph Bellamy had previously played a member of law enforcement who hunts murderous monster. He was in the Wolfman from 1941. Didn't even notice that. He had a long career, man. He he was in movies all the way up until the early 90s, I think.
Oh wow.
He played he was in, remember, Trading Places?
I do, yes.
He was in that. He played the rich guy.
Yeah, I remember that actually.
So yeah, he had a
Yeah.
long career for sure. Let's see here. In included among America Film Institute's 2005 list of 250 movies nominated for AFI's 100 Years of Film Scores. Well, how many of the other Universal movies were in it too? If it was the same score for different movies, were there other movies above or below the 250 or what?
Are you asking me? Because I have no idea.
Just
I don't
saying,
even know what you're talking about at this
just
point.
saying.
I don't even know.
Oh, your neck hurts too damn bad. You can't think straight.
I can't think straight. I've had to turn my entire body now.
Let's see here.
Brett
Actor
hit me, folks. That's why I'm like this. Years ago.
years ago. Oh shit. Actor Lionel Atwill was top billing over Bela Lugosi and Lon Chaney, who was listed at the bottom of the opening and closing credits as the monster. This was part of the Son of Shock package of 20 titles released to television in 1958, which followed the original Shock Theater release of 52 feature films 1 year earlier. They had all kinds of cool stuff like that back in the 50s and 60s, man. They need to bring that kind of stuff back.
Nobody watches TV anymore.
Well, you could do it on
Streaming.
Netflix or one of them things. Included as a bonus feature in the DVD box set of Frankenstein: The Legacy Collection, released in 2004.
Hey, we didn't talk about that. There it
Yeah,
is right there.
I got the same one.
I bet you I paid a whole lot more than you did for this because I bought it
Probably.
when it was first released.
Yeah.
They were $50 when I first.
Really?
I bought all of them.
I paid $18.95.
Yeah, I was glad to upgrade from the DVDs. This is still the best set. They're starting to put these out on 4K. There's no fucking need. They look great on
Well,
Blu-ray.
the only thing I didn't like, it's in that 4:3 setup, man. The
Well, that's how they were
box.
filmed.
Yeah, I know, but
If you change them, you got to upscale them and it cuts shit out. So that's the way they
yeah,
need to be watched.
yeah.
Just remember, that's what TVs used to look like too before we got the widescreens.
Mm-hmm.
I don't bother me at all because I know that's how they were filmed. So,
Well, just when you got your big screen TV and you just got the bars on the
well,
side.
remember when we had the regular size TVs and we used to get the bars on the top. So
Yeah, that's true.
it's just the same old thing.
Yeah, that is true. So, but yeah, it had a great picture for
Oh
sure.
yeah, these are great. All of them are great in the whole box.
Yeah,
If you don't have these, you should get them. I mean, unless you want to wait for the 4Ks, they're coming out slowly. I
yeah.
don't really understand why. I don't know. You can't really upgrade these any more than they already are.
I'm glad I bought it though, for sure. That way I can.
You got the Dracula set.
No, I don't have the Dracula set. I just got the
Well, what
Frank.
sucks about that is they put House of Frankenstein and House of Dracula in all these boxes. So I kind of wish they would just release each individual movie, honestly, but they never will.
Yeah, that would be nice.
I would like it, but there's a big, huge box that has a lot of the movies in it, but it's the same disc.
Yeah,
Um, Good special features on all these too. But once you get to these movies, they don't have any special features for the particular movie.
yeah. The Son of Frankenstein and the Ghost of Frankenstein are on the same disc.
They are, but they're short and they're small. They fit on there just fine. The Blu-rays look great. There's really no need to upgrade to 4K on these things. Although I do have a 4K of my favorite movie, The Wolfman, because I just felt like buying it.
Now, is the 4K going to have that 4:3 setup too, or
Yeah, I'm sure it will. They ain't gonna change the format of them.
I don't see how
They'll
they
cut.
can get it any clearer, man.
No,
Because
they
this look,
can't. Although, like I said, I did buy the Wolfman in 4K because I think there might have been an added feature or something. But what I did, I just took the 4K out of its case and put it into the collection set. So that'll be the only one I probably upgrade.
gotcha. So
So great. Universal always does good shit on their home releases.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to go back and watch them special features. I didn't get a chance to.
Yeah.
So yeah. Goodbye. Amazon 18.95 or whatever.
Yeah, I paid $50.
How long ago when it 2017 when it came
Yep.
out or whatever?
And they were releasing these. I was buying them the day they came out on all of them. It took about 2 years to get them all out, maybe
Wow.
3.
That's crazy.
Well, I mean, it's Universal that put 2 out a year, just because I understand it. It makes total economic sense. Plus, they were already out on DVD. It wasn't like they weren't available.
Okay. Well, I really have no more trivia either. We
Now, I
talked about a
think you've
bunch of
had
this stuff.
enough at this
So,
point. You covered it really well. Good job.
all right. So you go first this week.
I'll go first. I like this movie. It's unique. I think it's better than Son of Frankenstein, which I like as well. Um, it's a good sequel. It takes a little bit creative liberties at the end, but it sort of makes sense. They actually do something in this movie that they should have done in all the Frankenstein movies, and I'm just going to spoil it if you haven't seen these, then you're not a horror fan. They take his brain out and replace it. Why haven't they thought of that before? I don't know, but they do. But they fuck up. It don't
Yeah.
work. So it's a good ending. It's a little I'm sure back then it was a shock ending,
Yeah, for
so
sure.
but I like the movie. I don't have anything bad to say about it. I think Lon Chaney, like I said, was great. Lugosi was great. I don't know what I rated the other ones, but I'm going to give this a 4. Like I said, I may have rated the other ones a little higher, a little lower. I don't know, but um, again, I don't like Bride of Frankenstein. Bride's only in it for 5 minutes anyway. But Frankenstein's Son and Ghost are all really good movies, and I enjoy them immensely. And I think everybody should show them to your kids and grandkids because we need to keep these old Universal movies alive and the legacy of them remaining.
Exactly.
And,
I'm hoping Juliet starts liking all the old movies too. So
well, I got Scarlett to really like the werewolf and the Wolfman versus Frankenstein.
cool. All right. I like this movie too. First time I've seen it, I think.
Ever?
Yeah, I'm pretty
Yeah, I know
sure.
we've talked about that before. You haven't seen all the Universals.
No, I have
Especially
not.
these were pretty obscure, for years.
Yep.
They'd always release the main movies, but the sequels sort of got
Unless they
lost.
played it like on a late night
Yeah,
horror
and
show or
again,
something.
these were more obscure. They didn't get the play that the others did.
Yep.
So it makes
So
sense.
uh I may have seen it, I just don't
You
remember it.
probably have and just don't
When
remember.
I first started watching it, it sort of reminded me of the beginning of Son in a way, Son of Frankenstein in a way. So I was like, have I seen this before? And then as it
It
went
progressed.
on, yeah,
Yeah.
I know that I hadn't seen it before or in a long time. So, uh, yeah, uh,
And they hold up so good to me now.
and
They don't look they really hold up.
yep, yep. What I thought was funny though is you can really tell from the 1931 film to 43 there changes like in cameras and stuff like that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You can really tell that, and you can really tell that this is a 1940s movie. Just the way the actors are and stuff, the way
Yeah,
they
it
speak.
definitely got a different feel to it.
Because the only one that had the accent was Dr. Frankenstein. Everybody else was speaking regular English, like in most of the other movies. They had some sort of an accent. Like the townspeople and everybody.
Igor
And
had his accent,
yeah, well, Igor, there ain't
but
you can't never get rid of that Bela Lugosi accent. I don't care, he wouldn't have never got rid of his accent. So, and that's what made him. And he did a great job, man.
he
He
did, didn't he?
he was the brains of this movie for sure. Uh, the ending was really a surprise to me. So, uh, the way he kept saying, he's my bring my friend back. You bring my friend back. It's like, man. So, uh, the cinematography was great. Lots of great shots.
Oh yeah, it's
The
great.
Wasn't too impressed with the laboratory though.
No, it's a
It,
little weak.
well, it's a little modern because I think they were still supposed to be like in the early 1900s in this
Yeah, but it
movie.
goes back to I think the budget being lesser, and I
Yeah.
don't know. They could never top that set in the original Frankenstein. That's still one of the coolest sets in the history of movies.
Oh yeah, for
If we were to
sure.
rate sets, I might put that in the top three, if not the top two, or
Yeah.
or number one. That's an excellent set in the first
But
movie.
all I'm saying is this one seemed like it was actually from the 40s, like it could have been, it
I
wasn't,
didn't pay that much attention to it. I just know it's not as elaborate. But I see what you're saying. Makes
with
sense.
all the the lights on the machinery and stuff was newer looking and stuff. That's the only thing that I thought wasn't realistic for a make believe movie anyway, you know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah.
But yeah, they did a great job filming this for sure. Um Everybody did a great job acting too, man, for
What are
sure.
you ranking it? You're giving me the,
Giving you the
you're not giving the answer. It's like you're not wanting to say or
I'm gonna
something. Is
make you wait longer now.
yeah.
No, I'm gonna have to agree with you and give it a 4
Yeah.
for sure. It's worth a 4 for sure. Definitely would suggest watching it for sure.
Yeah, definitely suggest if you haven't seen these, and I understand a lot of people, younger people especially, haven't seen the Universal movies. Watch them.
Exactly.
That's the history, man. These movies are going to go on 100 years old for long, and
Yep,
that's the roots of modern horror. So remember your legacy and your history.
exactly.
I'm telling you, man, these movies were superior to a lot of that crap we've watched the past year. Some of them 70s movies they've made. I'm very brutal in the 1970s anyway, but I'm just saying these movies are just still phenomenal.
Yep. For what they had to make out, to work
Yeah.
with back then. They did.
Until the Hammer films came out, and the original Hammer films were good, and they got to where they were low budget and pretty terrible near the end as well.
Yeah.
So, yeah, good stuff, man.
All right. Well, I guess that's all we got for the Ghost of Frankenstein.
That's it. And
Uh
thanks to Brett for giving me a Ozzy Osbourne picture for my birthday. He's going to
oh,
jail in it, or in jail, I should say. I would go get it, but I don't feel like walking over there. I'll show it next week.
an Ozzy mug shot
Yeah.
on a tin poster. It's made
Yeah.
out of tin. And it's not too big, so I figured he could put it up somewhere in his menagerie he's got in there. So
Yeah. I've actually been sort of decreasing stuff here the last month. I'm unscattering. A lot of stuff's going out to the haunted garage. The more the haunted garage comes alive, the more I don't want to do a backyard hunt anymore, Brett. I'm just saying.
just open up the garage on Halloween night
Well,
and
if you
say,
could, yeah.
come and look in here.
Hell, I still haven't got that chainsaw going yet. It still needs the blade switched on it to cut that damn tree down.
Yeah. Yeah. Gotta get on that.
All I need's a blade, and I'll start working on it eventually.
All right. Well, that's all we got, everybody. Thanks for watching and
Change
listening.
the
And
subject, see, when I mentioned the blade. But yeah,
also,
thanks.
if you order Screamify now and mention the Evil Never Dies podcast, that would help us out a lot.
It
So,
will.
yeah, it will.
Okay, I'll
Uh,
pass that along.
if you sign up for the paid $2.99 a month, you help us out. So, and you can check us out on there also. So,
I got logged out of mine. I'm gonna have to log back in. I was gonna watch something last night on Screamify, and I was too lazy to get my password because I'm lazy like that. And I was hurting. My neck was hurt. My back was hurting last night. It moved up to my neck this morning.
oh, I broke down and got Netflix, dude.
That's what you said. Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't help myself. I I wanted to watch the Wednesday, and I wanted to watch the Ed Gein thing.
Yeah.
And then I probably won't watch season 5 of Stranger Things. I'm gonna wait for it all to be done and then watch it. I got enough to watch right now to
Got
last me
enough
till
right
then.
now. Yeah. I'm going to be picking up AMC Plus because they're going to have TNA wrestling on there in January, and that'll get me back to my freaking what's it called? Not Screamify, the other one, Shudder.
Shudder.
Yeah, because
Okay.
I am really missing not having Shudder, but I just can't afford all this shit. But I want to watch TNA wrestling, so I'm going to pick it up and I'll get Shudder and AMC.
Cool. There's a lot of stuff on there too. A lot of
There
good
is a
stuff.
lot of stuff on Shudder.
A lot of cool stuff. All right, everybody. We'll shut up now. Thanks again for watching and listening. And we will talk to you next week. Who knows what the hell we'll do. But anyway, happy birthday, Carl.
Yeah,
Stay
whatever.
evil.
There's a curse on our village. The curse of Frankenstein.
Father was Frankenstein, that your mother was the lightning. The most dreaded creation of man, the monster of Frankenstein, stalks again. Here is a story completely new. Here is drama completely strange, full of weird suspense. With this great cast, Sir Cedric Hardwicke, Lionel Atwill, Ralph Bellamy, Bela Lugosi, Evelyn Ankers, Lon Chaney, in the gripping tale of a monster the tomb cannot engulf, chains cannot hold.
You're going to give him life?
Yes. Not for the purposes that you think, Igor. I'm giving him another brain.
Is that your shot, husband? Yes, yes.
The villagers are getting out of hand, Doctor. If you expect the protection of my office, you'll have to be frank with me. I think the time's come for a showdown, Doctor.